Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationships with ourselves first, okay? Because we want a healthy relationship outside of ourselves because it comes with managing your emotions. Be the self-mastery, all right? You could be looking forward to increasing your career, okay? Some of you could be looking at your reputation, all right? So you have to start using your intuition, start identifying your intuition, okay? It will help you lead forward, okay, to achieving a good career that is for you, all right? It gives you that direction, all right, when you do self-mastery, because you're working on self, all right? You're smartly focusing on self and you're creating a structure within yourself, all right? We're looking at the psychological drives of our planets, all right? We want to align with the planets, okay, of Earth, but within you, okay? So now we're looking at training, teaching. We're conquering our self-mastery, okay? We're blending the self meeting the self, okay? The soul meets the self, because maybe we're overcoming, okay, people that want to control your destiny like them are God, all right? So we're learning a new skill, and the skill is learning about yourself. All right. Many of you have gone out there, probably bought PhDs, bought certificates, bought degrees. Now it's time to buy your own PhD and start learning about yourself. All right. Learn about the special skills you have underneath you. How do you do that? You walk away from people, things, and places that don't serve you for your highest good and start going deep diving. All right. Deep dive into self and start learning your own special, unique skills you have within you. Because I see a flow coming in. All right. You are very authentic. Okay. Someone feels like you have authority, because now we're looking at maybe house 9, okay? We're looking at a situation, all right, where we're looking at intellectual framework. We're trying to expand, all right, our knowledge when it comes to self-discipline, all right, and self-correction, self-control, okay? We want to expand a conscious mind by learning, all right? So some of you are looking at distant learning maybe, okay, online learning maybe, or maybe you're just looking at distant traveling and you're learning as you go, you know, like field work, okay? Because some people are better at doing practical learning than actually theory learning, all right? And it's okay. Don't let no one pressurize you into sitting in a class or something. Everyone learns differently, okay? We all go through the same thing, okay, whether through philosophy, religion, whatever teaching, whatever higher education, but we all deal with things differently, okay? So now we're doing things differently. Some of us, we're looking at self-mastery because we understand there was spilt milk, because some people are so spoilt, okay? They're so spoilt, they feel entitled, all right? So now we're looking at regrets. We're going to turn all our regrets, we're going to take it into greats, all right? You could be looking at house 5, okay? You're looking at your love affairs. Maybe you had a love affair and you're crying over spilt milk, okay? Just remember, this is Earth School. You're here to graduate from your flaws. That's probably your karmic relationship, people, things in play. Just learn from it, all right? So now you're looking at your romantic attachments, okay? Because we're looking at self-expression. You're creating yourself from within, doing self-mastery, the artistry from you. The art of the heart is you, okay? So we're looking at art and drama for some of you, or some of you looking at children, okay? But now we're looking at accidents, all right? Do self-mastery so your intuition, okay, can help you with, okay, blocking any kind of like smart people that are trying to outrun you, all right, because they're clout chasing. Okay, my lovelies. So now we're looking at maybe Pisces. You could be a Pisces person. You could be a poet, a photographer, a healer, or maybe a director. But it looks like you're very artistic. Dig deep into yourself, collective. You're very creative. Just look at your self-mastery. Be dedicated. When you could be a Pisces, you could be a dreamer, but it doesn't matter if you're a Pisces or not. Most of us dream, but we ignore. Please do not ignore your dreams. Write your dreams down, okay? Use your imagination and be expressive, okay? So now we're looking at maybe going within, introverted. Why? Because we're doing self-mastery, okay? We're looking for peace within oneself. Remember, Pisces, all right? You are about water. You're about emotions, okay? We all have emotions. That means anyone could be a Pisces, okay? So now we're looking at our feelings, because now we're in the lesson of peace. How do you bring peace within yourself, okay? All right? Because some of us are looking at Leo. It could be a Leo person, all right? But we're looking at the will, okay, of the power of our dreams, okay? And we're looking how creative, okay, that we can be from going within, from tapping within to see our own unique tools, okay? So you could be an actor, a teacher, an athlete, or sculptor, or writer, but we're being very ambitious, okay? Bring authority within yourself, okay? Now probably looking at maybe writing competition. Maybe you went into a competition, okay? Somebody will win, but we're looking at confidence, all right? We're looking at the confidence of your creativity, okay? Be dramatic, my darlings, all right? What God gives for you is for you, okay? So we're looking at trying to be dignified by bringing in self-mastery, having that relationship with yourself, okay? So you can manage your emotions, to identify your intuition for what? For your good spiritual health and your good spiritual wealth. Because it comes from the essence of love. Loving self, loving beings, loving planet, okay? Because someone's reclaiming their power, because we're looking at sovereignty, all right? We're looking at contracts. Maybe someone regrets a contract with someone, okay? Maybe someone regrets going into the Taurus energy, okay? Maybe looking at a Pisces, Leo, Virgo person, all right, in the house of value, all right? So now we're looking at people's value, feeling, self-worth, okay? We're looking at people's talent. It seems to be like someone was in this prestige, entitlement attitude, maybe looking at their cultural background, because now we're looking at possession, security. How do you do your earnings, all right? So someone has to do cleanup time, or somebody wants to let go, okay? Because somebody's reclaiming their power. It's called about self-rule, all right? We're looking at the truth. We're expressing the truth, okay? We're at liberty or death, all right? So now, who rules the game of life, okay? So now we're looking at protesting, okay? And we're challenging the status quo, all right? Maybe you met someone in summer, okay? Or you'll be meeting someone in summer, okay? Or in the months of maybe 3 to 6 months, or in the energy of Pisces, Leo, or Virgo, or a Taurus energy, okay? So now we're looking at the energy of Scorpio, all right? Someone had a sexual fulfillment, intimacy, okay? So somebody wants to reclaim their power because they slept with the devil, all right? So we're looking at sexual fulfillment, looking at intimacy. So that means we're looking at our love affairs, okay? Because somebody is a walking mattress and that someone doesn't feel contented. So now we're looking at leisure, we're looking at naps, we're looking at sleep, we're looking at alone time, all right? We're looking at retiring. Oh, we're looking at dreaming. Write your dreams down, my darling, because some of you are doing astral traveling, all right? So now you're going to call it a day. Just go within and start resting yourself, because some of you are walking or maybe seeking a Sagittarius person, or you're moving, or you're overseas, okay? Or maybe you're just looking in the energy, okay, being direct, okay, with your honesty, because remember, we're reclaiming our power back, okay? Maybe you're an explorer, a lawyer, a priest, or someone into philosophy, okay? But unfortunately, someone in your energy, okay, is exaggerating, being very responsible and tactless. This is why we got spilt milk, we got regrets, okay? Because someone in your energy, my darlings, all right, is unchangeable, conning, gossiping, and probably full is a bit nervous, all right, my lovelies? Because someone is being domineering and very excessive. Okay, so now I'm looking at the energy of discipline, self-discipline, self-control. All right, my lovelies. Okay, when it comes to our career, you could be looking at house 9. All right, looking at higher education. Maybe you're moving to a different career path. All right, we're looking at our friends, family, marriages, individual relationships. Okay, somebody's probably looking over a contract. Okay, and now we understand that we signed with the devil. Okay, so now we've got to take our power back. All right, because maybe someone tried to cause an accident towards your self-mastery, okay? But don't sweat the small stuff, my lovelies, all right? Mistakes. This is Earth School, okay? We're here to graduate from our flaws, all right? So leave the past in the past. It's over. It can't be changed. Just take your power back. Somebody feels very disappointed, okay? But we're going to move from disappointed and make appointments, okay, to clean up, all right, and let go of minor problems, major problems, and use your intuition to know who's for you, who's not for you, okay? Because somebody wants to be in sync with the universe. Yes, we do. We want to work together as a unit, all right, as a unified team to create heaven on earth. Some of you is going into leadership, or someone slept in a bed with someone to be leader, all right? So now someone's being open and dishonor, okay? We're looking at humiliation. We're looking at finding the fault, and the punishment is somebody went into someone's bed because they were looking for leadership, they were looking for co-creation, they were looking for someone, okay, to form an ally, a partnership, okay? So now we're looking at sexual abuse. Somebody was spiking someone's drink, okay? So now we have a public ridicule, all right? right? Mockery, okay? Nowhere to hide. Nowhere. So someone will be serving time and someone feels very vulnerable, all right? You could be in the house of Aquarius, okay? Maybe looking at your friends, your families, all right? Someone's looking at their joint activities because this is about your friends, your social life. And someone in your social life is being very dishonored, all right? Looking at humiliation. Probably someone tried to humiliate Aquarius person, mocking her and her spiritual family, okay? So now looking at the Pisces, looking at soulmates, looking at lovers, looking at union, looking at courtship. Okay, looking at jealousy of seduction. All right, my lovelies. Oh, look at that, the white rabbit. Someone sparking curiosity, because we're looking at spiritual awakening. Okay, someone probably yearns, but somebody made a big cock up. Okay, so now we're looking at a situation where we've gone within the cardinal, maybe had good news about your career. All right, but somebody needs to move on, maybe a Scorpio person, because they're seeking, okay, not to be second best. I don't know what that means, all right? But this is not no rat race. It's about healing, okay? So now we're looking at moving forward. We have the desire to move forward into self-mastery, okay? Somebody wants to accept help. Somebody wants healing. Somebody wants your forgiveness. Somebody wants to let go of grief. You could be a Libra person, okay? Somebody wants to come in, maybe a past friend, okay, or a friend, all right? But somebody wants to come in, maybe with a contract or a partnership because someone feels in regret. All right, because somebody wants to reclaim their power back. You could be a Libra person because someone bring an indecision. All right, they try to bring delays. Okay, so now we're looking at information. You could be looking at a few information, a few documents. All right, make sure you look at the fine print and understand what words mean. Because now we're looking at mental turmoil because somebody was refusing to choose. Okay, so now we're looking at exposure, we're looking at lies, and we're looking at over cautious. Someone's looking very over cautious, maybe a Scorpio Pisces person, because someone's in total regret. Okay, because now we're looking at the energy of the Leo. All right, maybe someone wants to reclaim their power back, looking at sovereignty, looking at contracts. Maybe someone's done a contract with a Pisces person or a Libra or Scorpio person. So now we're looking at a situation where someone went into it for a sexual needs. Okay, and now we're looking at house 8. House 8 is all about secrets, rituals. Okay, it's all about power. It's all about doing sexual activities for shared assets and financial security. Okay, so now we're looking at, it was a regret. Somebody has a regret, maybe a Leo person or a Pisces person. Okay, they bring an indecision, and maybe they want to come and reclaim their power back by going into self-mastery. Okay, so now we're looking at the truth. We're looking at the truth, okay? Maybe you're dealing with an upside down Queen of Cups, all right? Maybe someone went into a partnership, a contract, okay? And they're trying to resolve this by bringing out the truth about an emotional upside down Queen of Cups. Someone that's very immature, emotionally immature, very insecure, okay? Because they lack trust, all right? Then we're looking at weakness, dishonesty. We're looking at vengeful feelings, all right? For someone is shallow. Okay, shallow, hello, wallow women. All right, now we're looking at giving too much. Someone feels depressed. Okay, someone could be a nurse, a healer, advisor. Okay, because now we're looking at the energy of someone's consciousness. Someone's being very sulky, very touchy, and unstable. Okay, because now they're seeing the truth coming out. Could be a mother. Okay, but a very distorted mother. Okay, it's a water sign mother or a water sign woman. Okay, so now we're looking at the energy, or something could have happened in summer with a Libra person. There was no balance, or was imbalance. Could have been back in September. But looking now we're looking at the mother energy. All right, maybe Libra, Cancer person. We're looking at bad disappointments for upside down Queen of Cups. Okay, all right. So now we're looking at reclaiming our power back, maybe from a distorted mother. And now we're looking at the lack of ideas. Someone's being very defensive. Could be a player. Because someone is now in paranoia. An upside down Queen of Cups. Could be a Cancer person. Now we're looking at sarcastic, cold, critical, lack of educational person. All right? They are scatterbrain. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you've got a degree or not, PhD or not. Doesn't matter. They're still scatterbrains. Okay? So now we're looking at back at the bedroom. We're looking at the Scorpio bedroom, okay? Someone has a desire for a sexual fulfillment. They're looking for intimacy, all right, for sensational pleasures. Somebody was looking for a love affair, okay? Because now we're looking at a sudden change, because now we understand there was a love affair, okay? Now someone wants to feel more contentment within themselves. Maybe someone's resting. Somebody wants alone time. Away, maybe away from a Queen of Cups. Maybe a fire sign person. So now we're looking at sudden change. There's a difficulty in the bedroom because now there seems to be an upheaval, trauma. Someone's playing with DJ Priya and DJ Quilt, and all they're doing is playing rock and roll at night. Destruction. Yeah, downfall in the quilt. Yeah, because the quilt's dirty. It won't go in the washing machine. They won't dry the dirty laundry. So now we've got violence in the bed. Echoes, disaster. Now someone fears change in this bed. Scorpio person. Because now they're looking at a Sagittarius person. Someone trying to be in sync. All right, with a Sagittarius person. Somebody wants to work together with a Sagittarius person. Okay. Because now we're looking at co-creation. We're looking at pooling. Someone's playing with someone's emotions, so they can get them in the bed. So now, because they did that, there's an open dishonor. Someone's looking at humiliation. Okay. Someone's looking at finding the faults. Now someone's going to be punished because somebody went in for essay. Now there's going to be a shutdown. Someone's being caught in public. Could be a public person. But now we're looking at ridicule. We're looking at mockery. Okay. Because there's nowhere to run. Nowhere. All right. So now we're looking at serving time. Someone probably feels vulnerable because now they're going to spiritual prison, earth prison, or prison of the mind. So now someone's emotions feels very, very, very vulnerable. Okay. Because someone feels as if they abuse when it comes to humanitarian acts. They abuse inventive people. They abuse people's individualistic ideas. They abuse people's intellect. Okay. They abuse people's inventive, logical visions. Okay. So now we're looking at moving forward. Okay. Maybe somebody wants to work and seeking a curious person, because a curious person has come out with the truth. All right. Maybe someone was here today, gone tomorrow, made you feel like a hookup, but he went with a hooker instead. All right. They went with an upside down higher priestess, a dark devil entity. All right. That does dark spiritual practices. They went riding around, okay, floating around with blocked intuition, all right, because now someone's got a hidden agenda, okay? Maybe a fire sign person, okay, had a hidden agenda for Aquarius person, okay? So now we're looking at intuition, blocked intuition. Now someone feels very lost. Why? Because they went to a blocked psychic powers, upside down Queen of Cups. Oh, yeah, they did. They thought they can finesse a spiritual person that's very intuitive, very psychic. And they got blocked intuition. They got to use dark spiritual practices to catch up. But when they do that, please, collective, write your dreams down. They cannot maneuver how we do. All right? When you're in the essence of love and truth, oh my God, the way you can maneuver on the other side is beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay? Just clean up the flaws inside and outside of you, my darlings. Okay? Because now someone has a lack of belief. Maybe a Scorpio person. Because now the secret's out. The hidden agenda. All right, they had a desire. Maybe someone traveled over to you, but someone's traveling very fastly into dishonor, humiliation. Okay, somebody's found the fault, maybe of this upside down Queen of Cups. All right, maybe got documents, fraud, you name it, but somebody wants to reclaim their power back. Okay, now looking at a situation, a Taurus person needs to move forward. All right, Taurus person had a hidden agenda. They paid for a higher priestess, all right, upside down, or they're a higher priestess upside down. Now we're looking at evaluation. Someone's evaluating, okay, their resources. They seem to see, they feel as if a whole lump of money is gone, all right, and only a little bit is left. So now we're looking at maybe somebody was waiting for your hard work to be paid off. Maybe a Scorpio person, but a Scorpio person needs to move forward, all right? Somebody wants to pay off their debts, okay, because now someone's looking for profit, results from someone's inheritance. They want accumulation, but they're being very patient, all right, for this harvest to come forward. So we're looking at appraisal, maybe a document, a Taurus person. They will bring an indecision for a Libra person, okay? And now maybe this person regrets, all right? Because now we're looking at accident. They're going through open dishonor, humiliation in the public, all right? So now we're looking at a situation where someone took someone's information. They took a whole load of someone's information, all right? And they wanted the Libra to go into mental turmoil. Why? Because someone refused to choose a situation, all right? So now we're going for exposure because someone's lying, a Taurus, Scorpio person, all right? Because now we're looking at upside down Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, maybe her mother, all right? Or maybe this is the Taurus upside down Queen of Cups or a Libra person. Now we're looking at a dispute over inheritance, all right? Because now there's been a financial disaster. Someone's going through bankruptcy because they had an indecision with a Libra person because they went to sign on someone else's name. We're looking at upside down Queen of Cups. Now we're looking at a legal activity. Someone is in a family of an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus person. And now we're looking at family problems, instability. Why? Because they're going for a huge loss, okay? We're looking at debt, okay? Because someone was very insincere. So now we're looking at a regret. Maybe a Libra or Virgo, Taurus person regrets, okay? Accumulating money from something that doesn't belong to them, okay? Now we're looking at emotional, immature person, all right? Maybe someone accused you of being emotionally unstable because they want to justify that they went with the devil, all right, my lovely? Okay, it's all right for everyone else, you know, to mess your life up. They will say, oh, your baby daddy fucks your life up. Oh, yeah, but when it's them trying it, oh, no, it's okay. Because guess what? Because they got money, they're famous, got status. Some stupid, superficial reason. All right, my lovely? To justify they got an emotional, immature, insecure bitch in their bed. What can we say? All right. So when you have a lack of trust, okay, now we're looking at a lack of trust for a upside down Queen of Cups. Could be a Virgo, Taurus person, Cups, Cancer. Now we're looking at debt, okay? Somebody owes a Libra, okay? So their family better get together and start, all right? Because now there's spiritual, legal activities going on for a Capricorn person, all right? Now we're looking at maybe an upside down Queen of Cups. She's looking at her practicality, okay, when it comes to her being practical on earth. All right, she's been judged. All right, spiritual judge is here, and it says you are too possessive. All right, maybe someone trying to guard their resources, but someone's trying to take someone's resources. All right, because someone has deep-rooted issues. Okay, someone trying to hold on to someone's possessions. This is why they're acting very emotionally immature. Okay, they are very insecure because these people don't like feelings. They like money, status, public appearance. All right, long as it looks good outside, I can act like I'm loving by posting, oh, look at me. All right, we have looked at you, you immature person, very insecure, lack of trust. Why? Because they're trying to hold on and control someone's money. All right, they're trying to control their reputation. All right, they're trying to control their professional achievements. Okay, that was a very bad, disappointing one. Okay, something could have happened in September, summertime. All right. Now we're looking at sudden change because you looked into it, maybe a Libra person, air sign person, looked into this situation and said, okay, there's a sudden change. All right, masculine's gone to a different bed, a fire sign person. All right, he had the desire, all right, to seek, okay, and hidden agenda. Now we're looking at blocked intuition because the masculine went to an emotionally immature, insecure, lack of trust feminine. A weak-minded, disorganized, vengeful, shallow, wallow woman, right? So now we're seeing that we're giving too much, okay? Maybe someone gave this person too much resources, that entitlement behavior, okay? So now we're looking at a situation, all right? Maybe a King of Wands. King of Wands is probably looking at the situation. Maybe it's experienced, masculine, okay? Very energetic, optimistic person. Meant to be very powerful, but he's bringing in bad news, all right? Maybe back in summer, all right, or a few summers ago, okay? So now we're looking at a situation where maybe this masculine feels very defensive because he's a player. Now he's in paranoia. Okay, because he was very sarcastic, very cold, very critical against a Libra person. Now he's looking at maybe they thought this person had a lack of education, a scatterbrain. No, we're looking back, all right? Maybe this King of Wands, a fire sign person, is looking back at sudden change. Why? Because they went to bed with the devil. There you go. So now he's in regret. He wants to let go of this regret, okay? Because now we're looking at hidden gender, blocked intuition, all right? Because they said they were worth fighting for. All right, then you go ahead with your blocked intuition person, but they will go on Amazon, send the book and say, look at me and my success when it comes to philosophy. Oh, God, stealing people's work. Yeah, Taurus Libra person. Yes, hidden agenda, blocked, all right? This person was acting like the Empress, or this person thinks you're the Empress, but he went for carbon copy Empress. Now the Empress is here, all right? Because she understands those hidden agendas because people got blocked intuition. They tried to use the Empress, that who's very abundant, fertile, creative, very beautiful, very happy within herself, very comfortable. This is a very good mother, all right? Very nurturing, very loving, and very generous, okay? So now Maybe this King of Wands, because he turned his back on the Empress, all right? He wants to let go of this regret. Maybe he wants to seize the moment, all right? Maybe he feels quite motivated. Maybe this person feels very proactive now. Maybe focus on gratitude, all right? So now we're looking at sudden change, okay? Someone's going for a trauma. Someone's going for a trauma because they wanted, a Taurus person was evaluating, okay, this pay up, this reward, this profit, this inheritance. And she said, no, I want Aquarius to have the desire not to move forward. Upside down. Oh, yes. Upside down, Six of Swords. All right. They said, no, we want Aquarius to remain stuck. We want to bring delay, unseen danger. Okay. We want to slow down these people's healing because we're going to create a trap. All right. We're going to bring trouble. We're going to change plans. Because why? Because this upside down Taurus person, all right, is very unstable. Now their feelings are overwhelmed by the thoughts. Why? Because now they're going for their own dispute over inheritance. Final financial disaster because they bring an indecision to a Libra person, a Virgo person, Taurus person, what, an Aquarius stuck in the mind. Yes, overwhelmed. Now, what goes around comes around because they're very overwhelmed now. Because why? Aquarius person has found their own happiness. All right? Happy. This is a happy hater. Okay? They wanted this soulmate to stay stuck. They were mocking my spiritual son. All right? So now I'm after Genevieve Niger. Now we're looking at legal activities. Maybe a fire sign is happy about his legal activities. All right? Or maybe a fire sign was happy that an Aquarius person was remaining stuck. Because he was in an indecision. Because he was around a Virgo Taurus person. Now they're arguing over finance, insecurities, because someone's looking at bankruptcy. Yeah, maybe a fire sign person, okay, wants to rebirth, renewal, rite of passage. We're going for awakening, okay? We're seeking the soul's in the self, all right? The light in you will give you protection from outside forces, which are Virgo or Taurus person, because they wanted Aquarius to stay stuck away from happiness because Taurus was happy with a Virgo to be fighting and they were happy for Aquarius to remain stuck. Why? Because they were trying to hold on to people's resources because this person has a very deep-seated issue, stingy, holding on. Or is it maybe this King of Wands? All right? But no, he probably went to this woman upside down, Taurus person, and her feelings is trash. All right? Now looking at rebirth, maybe a fire sign, looking at Pluto. Okay, maybe they're looking at the forces within themselves, the unconscious nature of one person. All right, now they're looking at how we bring in our transformation. All right, how we can bring in power towards our society. So what was going on? We're being judged, or a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo person is being judged. All right, with an upside down Queen of Cups. Okay, because now we're looking at the rites of passage, awakening, a calling, decision. Okay, we're looking at redemption. All right, because a Capricorn person was very possessive, guarding, or this is his mother, all right, or his baby mother, or whoever this woman is, all right, but it seems to be quite a few, okay? So now we're looking at maybe this masculine, he done lots of evaluations with a Taurus, Virgo person, or his family inheritance, all right? Because now we're looking at a situation where maybe this King of Wands, all right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person was looking at good news letters. Maybe he's looking at a phone call. But maybe this masculine's in his fun, cheerful, optimistic mood now. Very energetic. He has bright ideas when it comes to creativity, confidence, and intellect. But unfortunately, he bringing bad news. Could have happened in summer to a Libra person. Disappointing news. Lack of ideas. Oh, yeah, he went to an upside down Queen of Cups with a lack of ideas, okay? Because now we're looking at defense. All right, because now this player, fire sign person, looking at sudden change. Oh, yeah, in his bedroom. So now we're looking at a situation. Maybe he's looking for a new love, new beginning. Who knows? And who cares? All right. Now we're looking at a situation where someone wants to let go of regret. Somebody wants to seize the moment. Okay. Because now we're looking at someone was sleeping with the devil. Now they got backstabbed. Oh, yeah. Backstabbed by a Cancer person, Taurus, Libra person. They got backstabbed. Now we're looking at enemy in the bed. He maybe feels a bit bitter Betty. He liked bitter Betty when she was bringing the trays of betrayal between the legs for the legacies to see the willy. All right. Now we're looking at disaster, looking at a collapse, looking at a rock bottom. Now we're looking at a dead end. All right. Somebody wants to say goodbye to maybe a Scorpio, Cancer person, or upside down Queen of Cups. Okay. Or they want to say goodbye to a Taurus, Libra person that had hidden agenda, blocked intuition. Okay. Now we're looking at confession. All right, because now maybe somebody, maybe a Scorpio person went for a romantic situation, or somebody wants to come to you with a romantic proposal. Okay, but a Scorpio person went to Earth sign, Libra person with a hidden agenda, with their blocked intuition, okay, with a romantic proposal, offers, invitations. Somebody was taking action. Oh yeah, this gentleman, very affectionate. Okay, now looking at attraction, creative, imaginative person. Right, went on to an unrequited love, okay, a heartbreaker, manipulator. Now, maybe this King of Wands was to come in, all right, and bring in a romantic proposal to the Empress, okay? But somebody's not impressed, no, because somebody probably wants to admit defeat, a Leo person. Maybe someone wants to give in, give up, quit, surrender, because now they have a lack of courage around their upside down Queen of Cups. So when you go around accusing people, oh, you're so emotionally unstable, no, they were trying to justify what's in their bed. All right, but they're still not even public saying, look at us. No, we don't want to fucking look at you. All right, so now we're looking at a situation. Okay, we're going to self-mastery. We're moving forward, okay, away from house 5. All right, fixated, obsessive people when it comes to love affairs. All right, too many multiple lovers on this table. All right, all because they want to create art and drama, but they're very dramatic. All right, because now we're looking at the dragon. Okay, the dragon, drama, dragon, or dragon. No, what's it called? I can see it in my head with the teeth coming out. Count Dracula. There you go. Went to bed with a vampire. There you go. Emotionally immature person. Very insecure person. All right. So now we're looking at a situation where somebody wants to move forward. Somebody move forward towards a Taurus person. Okay. Because they want an Aquarius person to remain stuck. All right. Because somebody has an indecision. All right. They went through delays. All right. They took someone's information, a Libra person, and someone started making money. Now there's a dispute about inheritance, finance. All right. Because now maybe a Scorpio person is in the head. All right. He's trying to move forward. But because of this moving forward, now they're stuck in anxiety. Maybe someone feels hopeless. Now they're going through trauma. Because someone feels like they're going for a nightmare. Because that's what a Taurus wanted for Aquarius person. All right. Mental institution. So now we're looking at a situation. Okay. Someone probably regrets. All right. A Gemini, Scorpio, Libra person, what they did. Now we're looking at indecision, delays, information. Because that's what they wanted for an air sign person. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person. So now we're looking at a mental turmoil. All right. Because somebody refuses to choose. Now we're being exposed. The lies that lay in the bed with the vampire. When you open those curtains, it's called the light. And vampires don't like the light. No, they don't. So now we've got self-control. Libra, my darlings, you got self-control, all right, over this spilt milk. All right, my darlings, all right, we're moving forward as a soul, having a human experience, but you need self-control, self-discipline. But someone's trying to change their movement, maybe a Virgo, Taurus person, okay? Now we're looking at success, because now we're definitely moving forward, all right? We have that feeling, because we have that discipline, you know, because now we're understanding when we have self-control, okay, the sky is our limit. All right, the mind's been illuminated. Okay, we take the reins, all right, of control, and we allow the universe to allow us to in tune with the universe and flow with the universe, baby. Okay, so now we're looking at emotionally immature, insecure, upside down Queen of Cups. All right, they've done a very bad investment with an earth sign person or a team of people. Because now we're looking at moving forward. Because now someone regrets signing a contract with someone that brand confusion, brutality, echoes. All right, now they have a lack of action. Oh, yes, they do. Because now we're looking at brutality when it comes to a lack of teamwork. All right, because they bring disappointed news. All right, to a Libra person. And now this King of Wands, look at his team. Your team are a buffoon, very disorganized group of buffoons. You know what? It's like with my masculine. When I looked at one of his pictures, I saw one line going down his cheek. I said, who the fuck does that? That was beyond anyone. Would you get that type of makeup being done on that? Madness. And that's what you think. That's good. I don't think so. Inspire to hire. Not making no fucking sense. All right. So now we're looking at a lack of teamwork because they're very disorganized with an earth sign person. Now we have a group conflict. Maybe a King of Wands is working alone or wants to work alone. Because now we're looking at, he had a team of women, maybe, all right, with a Cancer person, Gemini person, a Taurus, Libra person in this bed for sexual fulfillments. Because what were they looking for? Obsessiveness with an earth sign person. Fire sign and earth sign, obsessiveness in this bed. Very sexual rabbits. Now looking at stubborn. Maybe this feminine don't want to come out of bed. All right. Or maybe he thinks that this sexual stuff is boring. Very risky investment. Now we're looking at a gambler. Okay. Because now we're looking at highlighting higher priestess, soul within, and now we're looking for a good outcome. But these people were looking for a good outcome from a Leo person because they had a hidden agenda, blocked intuition, a Taurus Libra person. All right. So now we're looking at something that's very confusing. No, it's not. We're coming out with celebrations, confidence, volatility. Because why? Because someone is being dishonored. All right. And they will be highlighted in public. All right. Now we're looking at public humiliation. All right. Because somebody found the fault in their bed. Okay. And they understand they went to bed with a forklift croft. What'd you call that thing again? Oh, stop. So now we're looking at Taurus person. Yay. They're looking at financial and spiritual recovery, clarity. Yes, positive changes, improvements. So they wanted Aquarius to stay stuck. Yes, they did, because Taurus was evaluating her own resources, results, profit. Yes, they were. So they had a profit from this. Oh, yes, they did. So now there's a dispute about inheritance, final disaster, looking at bankruptcy, legal action, because now this person is in karmic debt. Because they were resistant to change. They were holding on to stagnation. And now they don't want to accept. Lack of acceptance. Or this group of people have a lack of acceptance that this Taurus person stole from a King of Wands and a Libra person. And she wants her money. I don't give a damn who Genevieve Niger is. Go and get my goddamn money. All right, because now we're looking at someone very determined. Oh, yes, I am. Very passionate, self-assured, courageous person with confidence. Now we're looking at the King or Queen of Wands. Yes. So now we're looking at someone being very possessive. Someone being so possessive, okay? Now we're coming up with confession. This person, a Capricorn, Earth sign, Virgo person, okay? It came in with brutality, echoes. They wanted a lack of action, dishonesty within this group. Now there's a lack of teamwork. Disorganized team, a group of conflict. Now maybe somebody needs to work alone, an Earth sign person or a Leo, Sagittarius person. So now we're looking at a situation with someone being very possessive, a Virgo person, Earth sign. This person bringing tricks, deception, all right, being very connery. They bring illusions. It's an illusionist, very crafty. Okay, why? Because they got blocked creativity. So this King of Wands is looking at his group of people with an Earth sign person, Virgo person. His whole group is trash. Now you got group conflict. Maybe somebody wants to work alone. Okay, maybe this King of Wands, very experienced, energetic, optimistic person, looking at taking his power back. All right, maybe he's looking at his confidence. Maybe he's looking at a family action, friendly, I should say. Well, this person is meant to be very action orientated. This is why these people, or this group of people, need this King of Wands around. I don't even think he sees his own bloody value. Okay, so now this King of Wands lacks of true joy. Materialistic core pipe, dissatisfied. Why? Because it's in his greed. In his greed. Upside down, 9 of cups, 10 of cups, 9 of cups. Lack of true joy within this team now. All right, because he went to bed with someone very possessive. Went to bed with someone very lazy, very stubborn, an Earth sign person. Because now we're looking at a Cancer person and an Earth sign person. All right, maybe a Libra, Taurus person. False pride, bully. Now there's someone's looking back, Aquarius looking back at this King of Wands and this Taurus Libra person. They wanted to win at any cost. They were being sneaky. They were thieving. They were gloating. They were plotting. They were plotting. Now this masculine feels there's lack of joy now. Lack of joy. False pride. False pride, man. False pride. Winning at any cost with a nasty, dirty Taurus person. Because now we're looking at the real Empress that has the higher priestess. Saw all of this madness with this Leo Earth sign person and this group of people. They bring confusion, brutality. What, can they try to mash up someone's sovereignty? I don't think so. Don't think so, you bottom feeders. So now we're looking at shells. Dig deep within your emotions, collective, and take those shells away. Because they always got hidden agendas. Do you understand? Bullying, verbal, mental, physical abuse. Now they're going through public humiliation. Because maybe Empress, my darling, you listen to your inner voice. You listen to your intuition. We are in the divine truth, God's wisdom. We bring in God's secrets. We will try to change. We try to show the mystery of life by asking them to be true to yourself. No, Taurus person came in. They looked at this as a financial thing, a charity for her, because she's a peasant. So now we're looking at trying to bring positive changes she did for herself, because she wanted Aquarius to remain stuck. Okay? stuck in mental institution because she's telepathically connected to someone for the last 4.5 years, and not including the last 8 before that. So it's 13 years now. All right. So now we're looking at Earth sign person, Taurus person. Okay. Reckless spending. All right. Reckless. Aquarius was very generous, open-minded. She gave. Do you understand? And now this person, upside down, 4 coins, tried to bring in financial insecurities and instability for a Aquarius person. She was very happy. It made her very happy. She was glorious. She was in her self-esteem. She was going around saying, look at me, I'm successful, I'm positive. Look at me with a Leo person. Yeah, because he's resistant to change. He's holding on to the stagnation. And she loved that he lacked acceptance. She loved it. And now we're looking at the secret coming out. Confession. Misinterpretation. She misinterpreted the Aquarius person. Now they're in doubt. Oh, yeah, they're in doubt now. Why? Because their fear is in the air now. Okay, why? Because the truth is out. The truth is being revealed and someone is very unhappy. Oh, yeah, very unhappy. All right, because we have a calling. Okay, because someone's walking away because someone was disillusioned. Withdraw, abandon, retreat, moving forward. All right. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person because they lack true joy in this group. Too many group lack of teamwork, disorganized group conflict, and somebody needs to work alone. Maybe King of Wands. He needs to look at his own good news, look at his letters, maybe he wants to do a phone call. We're looking at cheerful, optimistic, energetic, bright ideas. And this is what they want to steal, a Taurus, Libra, Capricorn person, and an upside down Queen of Cups. All right. So now we're looking at the lack of energy. Oh, yeah, maybe for a fire sign person, because now there's delays when it comes to these projects, okay? And it can't get started. Unfulfilled promises. Can't get started. Why? Because it's upside down. Empress is with the upside down Empress. God is not going to give you money. God is not going to give you my stuff for an upside down Taurus that depends on other people. That's smothering. Empty. No soul. Shell. Don't think so, Adiwali. Creative block, all right? Maybe he married this person secretly, okay? So now we're looking at heartbreak. Oh, yeah. They want a Gemini Aquarius person to be heartbroken, all right? So they lied and say, oh, she's probably so possessive. She's lazy. She's stubborn. She's dull, darling. Stay with me, with their false pride in this bed bullying. Oh, yeah. Bedroom bullies. So now we're looking at heartbreak. They want a heartbreak for a Libra person, okay? Or maybe this King of Wands is heartbroken. So maybe he's going for a divorce, lost, surgery, all right? So now we're looking at a situation, maybe a Scorpio person is looking at collapse, rock bottom, dead end, all right? Because they wanted it for an air sign person, but the air sign person listens to their inner voice, their intuition. She's the divine truth. Now we're looking at wisdom, secrets, mystery. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Because now someone, Scorpio person, maybe feels very overwhelmed. Or this King of Wands feels very overwhelmed by this romantic proposal. Yeah, because now they lack their confidence. Maybe they want to give up, retreat from confrontation. Oh, well, that's what happens when you choose the wrong lover. Upside down lover. Yep. Indecision, separation, conflict, disharmony, regrets, bad choices. Oh, well, she was worth fighting for. Now we're looking at a mature, masculine. Okay, maybe a male, successful, wealthy businessman striving high status. Now we're looking at provider. He was providing and he was very faithful, this Leo person. Maybe he wants to admit defeat. Maybe he wants to escape from the mind. Maybe he wants to walk away from a Taurus person that's looking at poverty. Oh, yeah, because now they're saying, Aquarius, yes, we did do deception towards you. I know, I'm not stupid. They bring humiliation, aggression, bully, all right, because he walked away, a Leo person, all right? He walked away to someone he thought was a competition for me. Now he's in his own conflict within his own group. Oh, yeah, because his group's rubbish. Now looking at debate, looking at setbacks, looking at disagreements, looking at rival, obstacles, challenges, all right? Because now we're looking at maybe an Aries person moving forward, all right? We're looking at a lack of self-confidence, optimism, all right? Because why? He went with a Taurus upside down. Oh, yes, a dark spiritual practitioner that does cult madness, fundamentalisms, extremisms, isms, schisms, and disms, all right? Because this person's a dizzy head, okay? With a Scorpio person, needs to let go of the past, all right? Because now someone's looking at a new beginning, okay, with good news. But now we're looking at upside down Emperor. All right, because now he lacks his own ideas because he hasn't got his God at him. All right, not probably looking at business decisions, but serves you right. Says you, I don't know how you can get the Emperor energy when you lay down with the devil, Genevieve Nigel. You're not making no fucking sense, Adiwali. All right, that's your destiny you want to play with, to make sure Genevieve's okay with your false pride in your bed. You look acting like you're single. It's your destiny, my friend. You are you, I am me. Man is man. God is God. Job is a job, innit? All right. All right, my lovely. Remember, walk in love, talk in truth. Love you guys. Bye.